Enthusiasm is an intense form of interest, different than motivation. We need to maintain our motivation, but I love it when someone is enthusiastic because motivation can come and go. Motivation is ultimately based on motive. It's based on the reason why you're doing something, but enthusiasm is based inside you. It's based upon an intense interest or enjoyment of something. So the less you are interested in something and the less you enjoy something, the less enthusiastic you are about it. That doesn't take too much to figure out, right? Maybe you have a job that you don't necessarily care for. You're thankful for it. You go to work, you get your paycheck, you're able to pay your bills, but you wish you could be doing something different. Maybe you have other interests, those things that you read about or listen to, when you're on your way to work or during lunch. You have interests that go beyond what you do in your regular day job. So if that's you, where you're just not having that level of interest, and so you go to work, you're thankful for it, but you're not enjoying it. You're not enthusiastic. Well, do you think that can't be discerned by those around you? A lot of economic experts are predicting that we will enter into, at some point here, another recession. People lose jobs during recessions. Are you creating value for yourself in your workplace? You'll like your job a whole lot more when you start seeing people getting fired again. Enthusiasm, intense enjoyment, interest in something. So you may be very enthusiastic when you go out to see the ball game, when you go to the concert, when you head to the bar. Not so enthusiastic when you go to work. Or maybe it's a relationship that you're in and enthusiasm is being lost. That there's not intense interest. That there's not enjoyment. It's not drawing you in. In other words, you are not engaged. Now, engage is one of those terms we get from the military where two enemy forces begin to fight. They are engaged, right? You've heard of the rules of engagement. Do not fire unless fired upon. Then you have engagement. It's also a term now used in social media in relation to the kind of interaction that someone might get on their Facebook posts. It's called engagement, which means, did people like it? Did people share it? Did people comment on it? In other words, is it creating engagement? What about your life? What about the relationships that you have? What about the job? What about your health? The things in your life that really need some changes right now. Are you engaged? Are you enthusiastic? Well, if not, then we need to start bringing some life into that. Enthuo is the original word, and it does mean that to kind of breathe in life into something. Enthusiasm, to have life, to have breath, to have energy, to have engagement in life. Engagement in your relationship, because you ever notice when that starts to deteriorate in a relationship, those people start to check out. Maybe they try to go out and have a date night or something, but they're both on their phone, looking out the window, not even talking to each other. They're losing interest. The enjoyment of the relationship seems to have dissipated. What do you do in those times? How do you maintain or maybe even create enthusiasm once again? Because there's something that's gotten in the way. There's something that's cluttered your heart. There's something that's muddied the waters, and it's just blocking your view. It's just a little bit dirty. You just can't see clearly anymore. Maybe you just can't reach it. You just can't touch it. You're numb, so to speak, numb to the job, numb to your own well-being, numb to the relationship, numb to your kids. You're losing interest. You have to be enthusiastic. Again, as we reach into new years, the upcoming things that we're going to be challenged with, it becomes all that more important that we maintain our enthusiasm, that we stay energized, that we stay engaged, that we stay interested, that we stay fired up and passionate about each and every area of life. And you can do this. Feed those interests once again. How you can go back and try to remember why you got into this in the first place, why you married who you married, why you got that job, or even if this isn't the job that you've always wanted, how to create enthusiasm in this place that you're in right now. We've got to keep ourselves passionate, fired up, and enthusiastic if we're going to meet the challenges that life is bringing our way. Are you enthusiastic? Are you engaged in your life right now? This is CJ, the Metal Motivator, and remember, in whatever you do, don't suck. Metal up.